Good evening. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Hi on Facebook. Hi on Instagram. Thanks for joining everyone tonight. Let me know how everyone is doing. I am red again. I told you I would be trying out a new brand tonight, so I kept my word. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes for people to start to join. So you guys know the drill. Every week when you join, wave at me on Instagram, wave, Facebook, send me a comment. Let's test the comments out early tonight, you guys. You know, I always have problems with the comments. And this night, tonight, I actually did go on Instagram since I colored my hair, so I don't have the iPad tonight to keep up with the comments. So, as you join, say hello, send a comment, wave. Just let me know that you guys are logged in. And then we are going to get into everything that I want to talk about tonight. You know, I don't know how many of you have noticed Facebook switched over to a new, like a new design. They're getting rid of the Facebook Classic. Has anybody had problems with this? Well, not even just the new one, the old Facebook. Like I'm watching over here, it's got a clock and the clock is wrong. And I've been noticing as I follow how many people see the post, it'll say like it reached two people, but there'll be five or six or eight likes on the post. So I don't know. During this switchover, it seems like they have a lot of glitches going on. So hopefully they will work out the kinks and they'll have everything up and running. So anyway, you guys say hello. I'm not going to wait too long for everybody to join. I would like to be off. It's 8:05 already, so I'd like to be off at 8 o'clock. I mean 9 o'clock rather. So I'm going to say welcome to all of the new Maintaining My Crown viewers. So the audience is still growing. You know, we reached 1,000 in September, so we're still on our way. We're approaching, I guess, close to 1,300. I haven't really been pushing it too much over the last couple of weeks, but we're still growing gradually. So, to all of the new viewers, thank you everybody for supporting the page, and I hope you find the information that I'm sharing useful. All right, so the first thing that I want to talk about tonight is notice I put the you guys see the pictures I put up. I told you guys I was going to take a week off and that I was not going to color my hair last week. And that golden bars, I loved it so much. It was calling me. It was really, really hard for me not to color my hair last week. So I broke down at the last minute and I decided I didn't want to put up, use too much time and wax and all of that stuff. But I came up with the bright idea. I said, let me just color the tips. So I put my hair in the high puff and then I colored the tips of it and I finger coiled it. So I thought it came out cute. I thought it was going to be a lot brighter than it was, but it did the job. And so I took some pictures and I put them up for you, and I gave you a good look of what the curls look like up close versus the whole updo. So I used my normal Cream of Nature snot to smooth my hair up into the puff, and I tied the scarf around it for a few minutes, and then I used my spray bottle and I dampened my hair, and then I put the wax in it and finger coiled it. So I liked it, and I got the most I got the most bang for my buck. Let me just say it like that, because I shot those pictures with my hair in a puff. And then I took my hair down yesterday with the intention of doing my normal pre-poo, and I was going to do like a hot oil treatment and leave it in overnight. So I started to put the oil in my hair, and it was, every time I put the oil in my hair blows up into like that floppy hairstyle. Or if I leave it long enough or put enough oil in it, I just get like a full blown afro. So I put the oil in and I massaged it a little bit. So I kind of got like a fro out of it. So I snapped some pictures yesterday with more of like the brown kind of fro. And then last night, before I got in the shower, I pineappled it and put a scarf around it, and I had on some hoops, and I was like, wow, this is kind of cute. And so I shot a picture of it and I sent it to my daughter, and I was like, look at this. So she said, yeah, that's cute. So I used my favorite black and white head wrap today, and hi on Instagram. Um, I use that, that black and white head wrap that I absolutely love, and I have pictures of it on Facebook and on Instagram. I wrapped it up and I left the nice. Thank you for joining. I left the top, the curls, and the puff out of the head wrap, so I shot some pictures of that also that I'll be putting up during the course of the week. So, for the little bit of hair wax that I put on it, I was able to get, thank you for the love. I was able to get about 3 hairstyles out of it in 24 hours. So I got pictures for you guys that I'll be posting during the course of the week. So that was good. And I'm going to actually, I don't think I'm going to stick with this red all week. I think I'm going to take this out and go back brown for the week. But we'll talk about it. So number one, Friday nights used to be, for those of you that are new joining me, Friday nights used to be my pre-poo night, and I would pre-poo my hair overnight, and then my wash day would be Saturday. But I now I'm doing these demos again with the hair color, and I want it to be fresh. So I have pretty much now changed my shampoo day, my wash day, to Sunday. So I think you guys know I started using the Ayurvedic herbs to treat my hair as I try to get the texture back and try to thicken it and stop the breakage. So today I made a mask again with the Amla powder and the fenugreek, and I loved it. And I'm going to tell you, I made one small change and it made all the difference in the world. So I highly recommend it. I had minimal breakage again, minimal comb out through the entire wash day, from combing out to washing to conditioning to putting the mask in, detangling. When I say I had minimal breakage and minimal comb out, it was really, really a tiny amount that I cannot talk about. I cannot complain at all. Thank you. You love my hair, and my hair always looks great. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. I work hard at trying to keep my hair, make my hair look nice. And I'm trying to encourage women to really embrace their natural hair and be proud of it, work with it. It's not easy all the time. It does require a lot of effort, but I think it's where the payoff is excellent. And the versatility, just the 3 hairstyles that I wore over the course of 24 hours, I probably would have never even thought to do that with relaxed hair. And I definitely could not do it because I, would not have had the time to curl it to get the big curly fro. So the versatility and the freedom that you get with natural hair, you can't beat it. And I went out today, one day this week. Thank you, Deity America, for the love and the support. I went out one day this week. Oh, I know where. I went to the botanical gardens, and I went to go take some pictures because I just love the flowers in the background. Thank you. And it started raining. Now, normally when my hair was relaxed, if it started raining, I'm running for the hills and I have to have an umbrella. But I was out there confidently taking my pictures in the rain. And I didn't have to worry about it because what my hair was going to do, it already did as a natural. So I didn't have to worry about, other than my clothes getting wet, my hair wasn't an issue. And so just the freedom of little things like that make the change, right? Like I could stand out there, finish the task that I was there to do, take my pictures in the rain, and not be pressed in trying to run back to my car. So again, to all of you ladies, anybody who's on the fence about going natural, I fully support it 1,000%. For health reasons, not putting the chemicals on your scalp and having them seep into your body, that's a big, big plus. Just the health of your hair. And I think I cater to an older audience, a more, seasoned, mature woman. At this point in our life where your hair is starting to thin, you don't want the relaxer, at least in my opinion, you don't want the relaxer in here. And having the natural hair gives you the look and the additional fullness and the volume that you're not going to get if your hair is relaxed. So you don't have to worry about it looking thin. You know, before I went natural, I was having so many problems with my hair thinning and breaking that I had actually gotten to a point where I was embarrassed to wear it out. You know, in all my life, I never had hair was not a problem for me. I was born, God gave me a thick, long head of hair. So growing my hair was never a problem. I could grow my hair down my back. I had enough hair for 2 or 3 women. So the volume and the thickness was not a problem for me. But now, you know, I'm 50 plus. And so my journey is a lot different. So it's different for me now to have to pay attention and find things to keep the thickness, that, you know, it just came naturally all my life. So the needs that we have now as, you know, older women are very different from, you know, when you're young. And I talk about this sometimes with the influencers that I follow on Instagram. Their hair is beautiful, but they're 25, you know, they're 23. And I don't say that as an insult. It's just that they don't have the same concerns. They don't have gray hair. They don't have thinning hair. You've been natural your whole life and you are never going back. My mom taught me so well and took care of my hair before I knew how to. It is so important that we know our hair is our crown. Absolutely, right? And that's kind of how I got the name, Maintaining My Crown. Is because really for women, you know, your crown is your glory. When you walk in a room and people take a look at you, that's one of the first things that they're assessing, right? Like they look at you, they see your face, they see your hair, they check out your outfit. But you can have on the nicest outfit, you could be dressed from head to toe, and if your hair is a disaster, it kills the whole look, right? And so we have to pay attention to our hair. Now today I shot some pictures in a head wrap. And for ladies, you know, for ladies who don't want to or don't have the time, because you know the amount of time that I put into my hair, honestly, that's not for everybody. You know, everybody doesn't have that desire and everybody doesn't have the time and the ability. I don't have kids. I'm not raising kids anymore. So a lot of my time, hey Eric, my time is my time. So I can put that time into my hair and it is my passion. This is a lifelong dream of mine since I was in high school. So for me to put the time and effort that I put into my hair, I understand fully that not every woman wants that commitment. And it is work, right? So today I shot some new pictures in a head wrap. And I was talking to my sister today because my sister has gone natural. And you know, again, my sister, when we were growing up, my sister had hair always down her back, and it's still down her back, but it's very thin, right? She's 7 years older than I am. And so I was telling her, I took the pictures in the head wrap today, which I'll post during the week, and I sent them to her, and I was saying to her, because I sent her the pictures of the afro yesterday, and she said, wow, she said, you know, I could never get my hair to do that. And I said, you know, I just put, honestly, for me, I just rub the oil on my scalp and my hair blows up. I don't do anything to get that floppy look that you'll see me with or that fro. It's 5 minutes, 5 drops of oil. I massage it in my hair. And if I, you know, and I said I was going to do this live one night because I could start out with my hair like this, right? And take 5 drops of oil, rub it in my scalp, massage it, and in 5 minutes, my hair will not look like this at all. It is going to be about this big, and it's going to be on its way to a full-blown afro. I don't have to do anything. It just unravels and it swells up. It's the craziest thing. And I said one night, I hope I get enough nerve to show you how I transform, because I always start out with a style like this before it goes floppy or the fro. I never wash it and go right into a fro. I go from this to define curls with curling cream and everything into the fro. And so I said one day I might get up the nerve to actually do this live and watch my hair before your eyes in about 5 to 15 minutes go from looking like this into a fro. You'd be amazed. But anyway, I digress. Head wraps, ladies, I want to offer you that option. They're very quick. They're very easy to do. I thought they were a lot of work to style. They're really not. You know, you can wrap your head up in a beautiful style in 3 minutes. And so for those of you who are new to my page and don't know about head wraps, I actually, for you on Instagram, unfortunately, the video is not on Instagram. I wasn't on Instagram at that point. But on my Maintaining My Crown page on Facebook, I actually did a whole tutorial on head wraps. So if you scroll down on my page, and maybe I will repost it so it appears at the top. But I had a couple of requests because people wanted to know how I style those head wraps, and it's so quick and easy. So I did a whole Facebook Live dedicated to how I wear the head wraps. So I did a new style with the wrap today. I had never worn a head wrap like that before. The pictures came out pretty good, you know, for the first time for me wearing that style. And again, in less than 5 minutes, I wrapped it up. It wasn't even 5 minutes, to be quite honest, really, because I did it in like one or two tries. So I'm gonna say in about 3 minutes, I took that puff while my hair was in a puff and I wrapped it, and it looks nice. Like, you can go out and you can be confident. You can wear, like I said, you can have casual head wraps, you can have fancy head wraps, you can go out to nice events with a nice head wrap on. So it's a great option. Yes, you love your head wraps with the silk bonnet. Okay, they make great and lovely protective styles. Yep, they absolutely do. So, I'm going to start now that the weather is changing and it's starting to get cool. I'm going to bring out the head wraps again. During the summer, it's kind of hot and you don't want your head wrapped up like that. But now that the fall is approaching, I'm going to start bringing out and styling the head wraps and doing what I did, today, trying some new styles and posting those and letting you know how they go. All right. So I said all of that. Now, let me tell you about this mask today that I did. I've been using fenugreek, or some people pronounce it fenugreek. I say fenugreek. I've been using this fenugreek powder and amla powder in my hair. I'm trying to condition it. I'm trying to get the texture back. I don't know, something went severely wrong with my hair around May. And I was watching a video of mine over the last week, and I don't know what made me watch it. I don't know whether it popped up. I don't know why it popped up, but anyway, I was watching it, and as I was watching myself, because I know what it was. It was the anniversary of me starting Facebook Live. So September was my 1 year anniversary. So all of the videos now are starting to pop up in my memories. And so I sat and I watched the video, and I was watching myself comb it out because I made a mask live and then I applied the mask to my hair. So all of my videos are on Facebook, and some of my videos that I did do on Instagram did not save them. So I've lost like the last 2 or 3 Facebook Lives that I've done. But as I'm watching myself in the video comb my hair, you can definitely see the difference in the texture and the ends. I've been struggling with my ends for months now. But when you look at the video from last September, the problem that I'm having with my ends did not exist then. And somewhere around May, something sharply changed with the texture of my hair. So I'm working diligently, doing a lot of research to try to get it back. And the breakage over the last couple of months has been horrendous, which I think I got it under control with these Ayurvedic herbs. Okay, so this is fenugreek powder, and this is amla powder. Now, I watch a lot of videos. There are a ton of videos on YouTube about these powders, and then there's henna, there's moringa powder, there's cassia, there's all kind of powders that you can work into your regimen. But right now, I'm going to focus on these two, and I've used these before. And I do have on Facebook Live, I actually applied the mask live in one of the episodes. So you can go to my page and you can look at that as well. So I used about a 1/4 cup of the amla powder. Let me do it on this side so I don't block the view on Instagram. I used about a 1/4 cup of the amla powder today. I used an equal amount of the fenugreek, so that's about a 1/4 cup of the fenugreek, and I combined those in a bowl, and then I mixed it with very hot water, because I find that the amla, at least this one, so this is food grade, right? All of the things that I bought, these are supplements that that are meant really for human consumption. These are meant to like mix into soups and drinks and stuff like that, and then you can also use them for your hair. I find that the amla is particularly gritty, and if you don't mix it well, and I think it works well with hot water. It first of all, and it's also very heavy. It has a lot of weight to it, but you got to mix this, in my opinion, with hot water to try and get it smooth. So I mixed those two, and then I had an aloe vera leaf because I keep aloe vera in the house because I really believe in this in terms of conditioning your hair and moisturizing your hair. And I use this for pre-poo a lot, and I will put this in my hair and sleep with this overnight. So I used about, I don't know, what do you say? What is that? About 3 or 4 inches of the aloe vera leaf, and I put this in the blender. Do the powders dye or change the texture of your hair? So the powders, these particular powders, I have not found that they change your hair. The henna powder will, people use henna to color their hair. Hey, mom, there are actually different types of henna, and I bought what they call neutral henna, and neutral henna does not change the color of your hair. In terms of changing the texture, um, amla powder, they say, is really good for getting your curls back. And I find that my hair is finally starting to come back to what I believe is my natural texture and what I have experienced since going natural. So it does make your curls come back. Like, my curls are more springy now. Now, I had a scare with the amla powder a couple, I guess 2 months ago now. And I had read online, the information online is so conflicting in terms of how often you're supposed to use these treatments, right? Some sites say, some influencers will say, use it like every 6 weeks. Then there are other sites that cater to Ayurvedic powders and things like that. They say use it every week. One site that I looked at, they said use it every week, and you have to give it a minimum of 3 months before you start. Can you see this okay? Use this every week for 3 months before you will really start to see the benefit. Then you have people that say use it every 6 weeks and rotate, right? Don't use the same thing every week. I don't know. But amla powder, they say will, and I experienced this, amla powder will stretch your curl pattern out temporarily. And so, and I was worried because I had used it 3 weeks in a row, and I left it in. I have to tell you, sometimes I'm a little ambitious, and I don't encourage people to do everything that I do. Follow the instructions, do your own research. I'm not a licensed cosmetologist, so I don't tell people to do what I do. I tell you, I'm here to give you my advice, share my experience with you, and share the results of my research. But it did say that amla powder will temporarily, or can in some people, not everybody, loosen your curl pattern. So I had used amla for 3 weeks in a row, and like I said, I'm ambitious, so one of these masks, I slept with it. And when I went to go wash my hair out, it had loosened the curls. And so I would, a lot of times when I put my conditioner in, I might pull my hair all the way up to the top, kind of put it in a bun because I have a heating cap and I also have a hooded dryer. So when I condition my hair, I like to have heat. And so when I pulled it up, my hair was bone straight. And so I flipped out because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I spend all this time trying to get my curls right, and now I just messed it up with the amla. But it snapped right back. And so when they say it temporarily loosens your curl, it does. And I do find that since I've started using the powders, that after I wash my hair and after I condition it, the curls are much better. So when I finish washing and conditioning my hair, now that I have incorporated these powders into my regimen, my hair starts to look more like this. And so today I washed, and I gave myself, let me tell you my routine. So I started today and I washed, hey Drea, Um, I washed my hair today with the oh my gosh, the shampoo for hair loss, Deity America shampoo for hair loss, right? I said I was going to start using that because I feel like my hair right in this area is thinning. Thank you. Um, it's thinning, right? So I went back to using the Deity America shampoo for hair loss. And now when I shampoo my hair, I let that sit on my scalp for anywhere for 5 to 10 minutes. So that was the first thing I did because I had to wash. I had the golden bars wax in my hair. So before I did anything, I had to wash that out. And then I made this mask. So let me get back to the mask because this mask was amazing. Hey, Tony, this mask was amazing today, you guys. When I say I think I found the formula that I'm going to stick with for a while, I think I nailed it today. A quarter cup of Amla powder, a quarter cup of the fenugreek, right? I see more people joining, so I'm just going to recap. I took about 4 inches of the aloe vera leaf and I put this in my blender. Now, when I put aloe vera in the blender, when you take it out, you have to strain this because if you don't strain it, you're going to get particles in it, and those particles don't wash out of your hair very easily. And then when your hair dries, you're going to have a lot of flakes. So yeah, that is good that my curls came right back, right? I was sweating it out for a little bit. Okay, so I strained this. You know how I strain this? How what I find is best? Knee highs, stockings, because the particles don't get through it. So, I will put this in the blender, pour it out. I put it in my measuring cup. I strain it into my knee highs and I squeeze it. So I mixed these two. I put these two in a bowl, mixed it with hot water, enough. Now, these powders, they suck up water. And this is going to kind of have the consistency of like clay. So you just add water to get it smooth, right? Like I said, it's gritty. So I try to use the hot water. And then I took the aloe vera juice or aloe vera gel, whatever you want to call it, that I had just put in the blender, and I mixed it in. And by then, I already knew that that was the right thing to do because the slip, just to touch it, just when I put my hand in the bowl to feel it, the slip was amazing. And they say fenugreek by itself is supposed to have a great slip. Now, I have not put fenugreek alone in my hair. What I've used it, I've been mixing it with the no, that's not true. Let me back up. Sorry, I misspoke. I did use the fenugreek by itself, and I slept with it, which was not the right thing to do because these have a very strong smell. This one smells kind of like it's in that like curry turmeric kind of family. And so I put this in my hair and slept with it. And it took me 2 days to wash the smell out. After I washed my hair the next day, I couldn't stand it. Just to go like this, I could smell it. And it's crazy though, because people say like my daughter said, I said, "Do you smell this?" It was aggravating me. She said, it doesn't smell bad to me. It smells like maple syrup. And when I looked online about the smell, your hair holding onto the smell, they did say that some people feel like this smells like maple syrup. I didn't find that. I feel like this smells like that spice family, the turmeric and curry. So it's very strong to me. I didn't smell it today, and I think the key is mixing it. I used this alone, and I left it in probably way too long. So my fault, but I learned my lesson. And since I started mixing it with the amla, I don't smell it in my hair. My hair does not hold on to the smell. So let me get back to the mask. I put in the aloe vera and the slip was amazing. It was so nice and smooth. And then because, I just wanted a little extra moisture because I did not get to pre-poo overnight. And I do like to use aloe vera, grapeseed oil, avocado oil, and Jamaican black castor oil in my hair as a pre-poo and leave it overnight. I didn't get to pre-poo, so I put a little bit of grapeseed oil, probably just about a tablespoon in it, and then I had some avocado oil, which I love avocado oil. That's part of my regular routine as well. And I put about a tablespoon of avocado oil in it, and I mixed it up. and I applied it to my hair. Now, my mother asked me a question. No, she was asking about the mask. Anyway, I apply this just like you would apply your normal conditioner. I applied it in small sections also because I wanted to make sure that I got every section of my hair, and you try to get every strand covered if possible. And then I put on a shower cap and I left it for 2.5 hours today. And when I washed it out, I could just see the curls snapping back. The curls were springing. And then, so today, I tried a new conditioner. And you guys have seen this in the rack for ages. This is Taraji P. Henson's Make It Rain Hydration Rich Conditioner. This is supposed to hydrate, smooth, and detangle. So I tested this out for the first time today, and I liked it. Now, I can't give you like a final conclusion on it because I did mix this with some Aussie Moist. Now, I happen to like the Aussie Moist 3-minute miracle. And when my hair is extremely, extremely dry, that is one of my go-tos. So I did mix the two. And I tried to use this exclusively on this side of my head just so that I would have a patch that I could kind of, see what I thought about it. And it was fine. So I'm going to try it again. I didn't get to use my heating cap or sit under the dryer, unfortunately. But when I use this the next time, I'm going to apply some heat with it. So that's what I used for a conditioner. And I showed my daughter just joined. When I washed out the conditioner, I twisted my hair up into maybe like 6 fat twists. I put my leave-in my hair, my usual, let me see, do I have it here? No, I have the curling cream. But you guys know when I'm doing my wash and go, most of the time I'm using African Pride's Moisture Miracle line. This is their curl cream. So I use their leave-in cream and then I follow it up with the curl cream. So I put my leave-in in today and I put my hair into about 5 chunky twists just because I needed to pull it back and I wanted to wash my face. And I only left it in just as long as it took me to wash my face. So you're talking about the twists were only in for about 5 minutes, literally. And when I took the twists out, it looked like I had twisted my hair for a good 24 hours for a twist out. And I've never really had that happen before where I felt like I could just take those twist outs, go into public, and nobody would even know. I didn't put a comb to it. I didn't put anything, no effort into it. So I say all of that to say that I really do think that these powders are working well. So I'm going to stick with it. And I was telling my daughter today that hopefully by January, I will be able to say to you guys conclusively that that has really brought my hair back to the texture that I want it to be. And I will also say that today when I had the mask in my hair, because like I said, it's heavy, it's like a clay, and so it weighs your hair down. I also noticed that I have a lot of length in the back, and I don't pay too much attention to the back of my hair, right? Because I'm always making sure that the front looks good for the pictures. I don't give the back enough attention. But when I put the mask in today, I was personally surprised at the length of the back. Now, it's funny though, because when I style my hair, and I think it's because it sits on the back of my neck and my shoulders, it looks short, but it's actually down my back a bit. So, I don't know whether to say that the herbs are doing their job and that they are causing an increase in the growth as well. But I was pleased with the length of the back of my hair. All right, so I'm a big, big advocate right now of the Amla powder in this fenugreek. I suggest if anybody's interested in it, give it a try. I'm going to say that this fenugreek, if you have problems with breakage, because I did notice, honestly, and I'm saying this without exaggeration, those of you that are with me every week know I was having a really, really bad problem with breakage and shedding. And I was losing tons of hair every time I washed my hair. And when I gave myself this fenugreek treatment, the very first one where I slept with it, when I washed my hair the next time, the breakage was drastically lessened, and I don't have the volume of breakage and comb out during the week. And I forgot to bring it over here. I'm not going to get up and walk away from the camera, but I actually saved the hair that I lost washing my hair today. And when I say it was maybe about this much, when before I was constantly taking it out of the comb and throwing it in the garbage. So, and I don't have anything else to attribute it to other than the fenugreek treatment. So for those of you who are experiencing breakage, I say give this a try. And I did hear one influencer say that she kind of felt the same way, that within one treatment, she noticed a big difference in her hair. And I think I kind of back her up on that, because I made it through my whole wash day today. And I can't even, like I said at the beginning, for those of you that were with me, I can't complain about the amount of hair that I lost. It was so minimal that, I'm going to say that these two powders really are doing a great job for me. All right, so let's get into the mask. So can you see, I don't know how the lighting is for you guys tonight. Can you see that my hair is red again? I told you guys, so for those of you who saw the pictures previously, I've been using these hair waxes. And if you saw me with the purplish looking hair, I think it kind of went from red to more like a purple. I took some pictures with a purple hoodie. So this is the Sangria. This is the ORS Curls Unleashed this temporary color hair makeup wax. And I liked it. The only problem with it is that it flakes. And, so let's go back. Let me back up. So first I did golden bars, right? Those are the pictures with the brown hair that I absolutely loved. Hey, Erica. Sorry, you guys. I absolutely love this brown, and I'm going back brown this week. I'm telling you, I love it. This flake, but in comparison to this red, I feel like I can't even complain and say it flakes. The red flakes so badly. As much as I love this color, this Sangria, it flaked. And I was like, I'll finish the bottle at some point, the jar rather. I'll finish this at some point, but I'm going right back to this golden bars. So I said I was going to do a comparison. So let me just back up with this story. So I was out talking to my next door neighbor. Okay, what brand is that, please? Sure. Okay. Let me go slow because we have people that haven't been with us before. ORS Curls Unleashed Moisturizing Beeswax Color Blast Temporary Hair Makeup Wax. And this color is called Golden Bars. So this is the first one you saw me do with the brown hair. What is that, 3 weeks ago now, ladies? Right? Look how beautiful that is. You see the color? I hope I got the lighting a little bit better for you guys tonight, right? So this is the Golden Bars wax. So that's like the golden brown, that soft, beautiful soft brown color. This, hopefully you can get a good view, right? So this is ORS. It looks like the lighting is much better tonight because I'm seeing this pretty well. Okay, so this is the same brand, ORS, and this color is Sangria. So this is that kind of wine burgundy color. And then for some reason, it started to look purple, which I didn't mind. I took the pictures with the purple hoodie. So I was out, when I had the Sangria in my hair, I was out talking to my next door neighbor. And as I approached, the fenugreek brand, sure. Now, let me just go back because I'm trying to be good with the comments tonight. I ordered these herbs off of Amazon. I had no idea, there was no particular brand I was looking for. I just got on this kick watching these influencers and decided I was going to try them. So I went right on Amazon and I picked up whatever I saw that was organic. So this is called Food to Live And like I said, these herbs that I'm buying, all of these are organic herbs for consumption that you drink, you put them in your drink, your soup or your smoothie or whatever. So this is Food to Live, USDA organic, delicious and healthy. Visit us at foodtolive.com, non-GMO, and I got this right off of Amazon. Okay, now there are a million and one different brands out there. They have different sizes. You're welcome. Different sizes. You can get bigger packages, smaller packages. And then for the Amla, I guess this is just called FGO, is the brand. Yeah, FGO. And I think I have this brand I bought, the Moringa powder, which I have not tested out yet. Okay, so I was talking to my neighbor, and as I approached her and she saw me with the red color hair, the burgundy hair, she said, "Oh, is that Curlsmith?" And I said, What is Curlsmith?" And so she said, "Oh, it's the hair makeup." So I said, "I don't know that brand, and I'm familiar with a lot of different brands, but I had never heard of Curlsmith." And it's a whole line, it's a whole vegan line. So she said to me, "That's the only brand that I use. It's vegan. It's all natural products." She said, "I love it." So she said she uses, this is called Curlsmith Color Recipe Ruby. The color is ruby. Temporary color styling gel, rinses out in one wash. Now, Curls Unleashed washes out in one wash too. You don't even have to, I mean, I shampoo my hair twice anyway, but just in terms of getting this out, I have found that one shampoo takes it out. So she said to me, I only use this brand. So she said, "Is that Ruby?" So I said, "Well, okay, let me go see what Ruby is." So, I jumped right on the internet and I found it. And they sell this at the store Ulta. And so we have a couple of those around here. So I ordered this right away. So this brand, let me just kind of give you a comparison of the two, because I wrote it down just in case anybody was curious. So this one, they use beeswax. Okay, this is the ORS Curls Unleashed. This one is beeswax. Now, I have to be honest, I tried to read through the ingredients, and the only thing that I could pronounce out of it was beeswax, iron oxide, and actually the third ingredient I really am not going to mess up. So I couldn't get through a lot of the ingredients, so I don't know how to pronounce them. Curlsmith, okay, so they're vegan, and they say, and I'm going to read this right off their website, they blend curl-loving foods with kitchen cupboard staples and rare ingredients, 100% vegan and cruelty-free. So in this particular color, and if you go to their website for each of their colors, they tell you the food ingredients that they're using to obtain the color. All right, some of them. So for this one, for Ruby, they use strawberry, watermelon, beets, and I don't know how you pronounce this. I don't know, ROOIBOS, whatever that is. Okay, so those are the food ingredients that they use. And this is so small, I can't read this off of the back, to create this color. Okay, so my neighbor was telling me about this, and so she uses it. I don't know what color she uses. Her hair wasn't red. So I don't know which color she uses. I don't think she had it in the day that I saw her. But she said this is the only brand that she uses. And she said that for her, it does not rub off on her clothing. It's not rubbing off, and it doesn't flake, because that was the number one problem I had. And when you watch the videos and listen to the influencers talk about it, they are offering the same feedback about the flaking. I will say that it did not. I sleep with a white satin pillowcase, and I will tell you that the hair waxes did not rub off on the pillowcase. But what they do, and the red in particular was 10 times worse than the golden bars, is and it's all, I don't know if the light, oh God, I got hair stuff all over me. Um, I don't know if the light is picking it up. Let me get up and see. You see this on my shoulder? This is all right here. I want everybody to kind of get a good look. This is what, now I have the um, Curlsmith in my hair today, right? I was going to test it out. I wanted to see if it flaked and look at the color. Now, this does not flake for my neighbor, but this is clearly dropping particles. And one, and it's all over. You see, it's dropping off of my shirt and it's all over. You know, one of the influencers, she called it pixie dust. And I said, that's the perfect name for it because, you know, when you say flaking, you kind of, excuse me, you guys, you kind of think of like flaking in your hair and you don't see it. You don't see flakes in your hair. But what happens is it's dropping. Let me see if I'm going to see if I can get it on this paper towel for you. It drops pixie dust everywhere. And so just applying it, and I'm talking about it's the both brands, right? Like I wanted to see if Curlsmith was not going to flake. And it didn't apply as easily in my hair. I had to fight with this to take, and I still don't. Let me see. Can you guys get a good look at that? I don't know how the light is picking it up, right? I had to fight with my hair to kind of pick up the color. And I used, you could see this, I used almost the whole tube, and I still don't think you see a lot of black left in my hair. So this did not take to my hair as well as the hair wax. I didn't have any problems with my hair taking this hair wax, but they both flake. Both of these reds are flaking like crazy. So, you know, hold on. I'm just going to brush this off, you guys. Sorry. I want you to really kind of see this. And it's a shame because the colors are beautiful, but the flaking. And I don't know what it is about the red because the brown dropped dust, but nowhere near as much as this red. Now let me see if I just kind of brushed my shoulders off. And even just going like this, all I do is wash my sink. Because every time you go in the bathroom, if you just like if you turn to get the soap and then you turn to get your towel or whatever, it's dropping particles everywhere. Now let's see. I'm gonna do this one at a time for the camera. I see this clearly on Instagram, so I hope you're seeing this. I see the reflection pretty well. Right? Look at that. That's a lot. Can you guys see it on Facebook? Right? You should be able to see. I hope it's picking it up. That's a lot just from just like going like that and brushing my shirt off. Look at all the particles. And so every time, you know, I have a white sink. So every time I go in there and I'm washing my hands and naturally you turn your head from side to side, I have to wash the sink. I can't stand the particles in the sink. So unfortunately, I was hoping that I would have the same, look, and it's all, see, that's why she calls it pixie dust, right? Because you don't, now when you look at my hair, you don't see that this is happening. That's what I'm saying. Flaking is really kind of not, to me, the right word. Because if you just look at my hair, it looks fine. But if you look at my shirt and my sink, it's not fine. And the crazy thing is that when I wake up in the morning, I don't see the particles on my pillowcase, which is bizarre, right? After like, and I don't sleep with anything on my hair. I'm not in a bonnet. I'm not, I don't have a scarf on my hair. I just go to sleep like this. I lay my head right on the satin pillowcase. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have all these particles on my pillowcase. It's not staining, nothing. But just like simple things like now, if I start to try to like fluff this out and get volume, it's going to be everywhere. So unfortunately, my neighbor has no flaking with this. And I told you, as I was applying this today, I knew it wasn't going well and I applied it, you don't have to wear it. The nice thing is that you don't have to use gloves. It doesn't stain your, I did my whole head with no gloves. It washes right off. This is kind of what the color looks like. As I was applying it, like I said, it wasn't coating my hair. My hair was not picking up the colors, and it's a little bit clumpy. And I watched some more reviews of um I watched reviews on Curlsmith, and I watched reviews on on Curls Unleashed. And both of them, and especially Curlsmith, I found people that said they had no flaking. Now, I watched videos and I read online reviews. I Googled reviews. And there were people that said that they didn't have flaking like my neighbor. And I was thinking about it today because it wasn't applying, it wasn't sticking to my hair. And just putting it in before it even dried, I had pixie dust all in the sink. And so I said, you know what I think the difference really is what leave-in you use before you apply. I don't think this goes well with my leave-in. So my neighbor said she only uses this brand. So I'm going to ask her what it is which item in their line is she applying to her hair before she puts it in? Because now, as I thought about it, I'm almost convinced. I'm like, how is it possible that some people have no flaking and then others of us look like my shirt is covered again just from talking to you guys and trying to look at the cameras? My shirt is covered. So I think this is going to come out tomorrow. Sad enough, because I love the colors, but it got to the point when I had in the hair wax, because these are flaking equally. Something that's just, I don't know what it is, but it was so bad that I realized in order to cook, I had to put a shower cap on, or you have to tie up your hair somewhere, put a bonnet on, do something, because you can't cook your food with it dropping particles like this. So, I'll talk to my neighbor and see what it is that she's using in her hair, because she said she has absolutely zero flaking with this. Nothing. No, it's not bleeding. It's not rubbing off. It's not flaking. It works fine for her. And I think because she only uses products for this line, it makes sense that when they formulated this and tested this, they tested it with the, products in their line, right? That makes sense. And so this is formulated to work well, I'm sure, with their line. But for those of us who, like me, are not using the leave-in, because it does advise you both. Well, this one specifically says on the package to apply a leave-in before you put this in to make sure that your hair retains moisture. I just think like your regular products, right? Like, and I think I showed you guys, I did a demo of this last week. When you combine products, always test it. Like if you're going to use two different curling creams, like what I did, I think I have this right behind me, right? Here's one example. This is Uncle Funky's daughter, Curly Magic Curl Stimulator. Now, if I wanted to mix this with something, I forget what I demoed for you guys, because I had two products, they don't go well together, right? Two curling stylers. Mix them on the back of your hand and rub it together. And if they clump on the back of your hand, they're going to clump in your hair. And then to stay away from that. If you take two products and rub them on the back of your hand and it continues to maintain the nice smooth texture, then it's safe to combine them and put them in your hair together. So my conclusion is that I think these products probably, honestly, they don't. This did not flake for my neighbor. I believe her 1,000%. It did not flake for her. I think she uses this line and it works well. This applies well on top of their leave-in, right? Or whatever it is that she's using from this line. Works well, beautiful, doesn't flake. I think that these products don't play well or mix well with all of the leave-ins out there. And that's just my conclusion. Nobody has said that. And actually, I did reach out to ORS, 2 weeks ago now, ladies, because I told you about it last week, or no, 1 week, because they got back to me within 24 hours. I reached out to them on Instagram. And I told them, I said very nicely that I love your colors and I've been testing out your wax, but they flake. And is there anything that you can tell me to help me? Am I applying them wrong? What am I doing wrong that's causing this to flake? And they answered me within 24 hours and they said, can you please tell us more about your routine? Give us more information, more details about how you're applying it. So I did. I replied back as soon as I got the note. I replied back and I explained to them my process, that I washed my hair, conditioned my hair, put my leave-in in, and then put the wax on top of it, right? So unfortunately, I have not heard back from them with any suggestions on what I could do or what I might be doing wrong in the application process to keep it from flaking. So we'll see, but I have to just think that these the wax and this gel, they just don't mix with everything out there. And it's impossible for these brands in testing it to test it with every brand on the market. So I get it. I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that's my conclusion of why some people experience flaking and other people don't. I think it's based on probably the leave-in that you're using. So anyway, unfortunately, I thought I was going to be able to use and test out this line with no flaking and then go on to some of the colors that they offer. But, it's no different than the wax. And this did not, like I said, this did not apply well with my leave-in, whereas this worked very well with the leave-in in terms of the application. It goes on smooth. You know what? Let me just show you guys, for those that haven't seen the texture, in case you want to. Um, this is just, oh my goodness, it's so smooth and so creamy. And it looks it, right? And then it just rinses right off. So my hair didn't have any problem accepting the wax and holding on to the color. It just flakes, unfortunately. So I think, the best way to use these, I would say, is if you want to go out somewhere, I definitely would not wear your hair down. It's fun for probably a day or two, right? Like I had the tips of my hair colored with the golden bars, and honestly, I can't say that I saw any flaking, because once my hair was up in that puff and I put the finger coils in, I never touched it. And I let it dry in place. So I didn't have the flaking. And if that was my first experience with it, I would have come on here and said to you it doesn't flake. But having worn it I wore that for, I think I wore both for a whole week, both of them. Having worn it out and having slept with it and having changed hairstyles and manipulating it and everything, I do know that both flake. It's just that this brown now, in comparison to the red, is a pleasure. So unfortunately for me, this did not give me the results that I thought I was going to get. But I don't knock it. It is what it is, and it's fun. It's fun. I've had a lot of fun playing with them, and it's nice to see myself with a different color, see what I would look like with different color hair, and it makes for good pictures. It's fun for an event. Maybe for one day, like I said, if you are a person who has the flaking, right? Like definitely, I would say definitely test it out first and see if it works with your products. If it doesn't flake, hey Angela, if it mixes well with your leave-in and it doesn't flake, then you're good to go. If it flakes like it is doing me, then I would say, make sure that you wear it in an updo where you're not swinging your hair and you're not manipulating it. All right, but they're fun. Try it. Like I said, the flaking with this golden bars is not enough to keep me from using it again. And I think the color is so beautiful that I'm going to wash this red out probably tomorrow. And then I'm going to go right back into the golden bars. And I will say, when I washed this out, this is right. They say moisturizing beeswax. When I washed it out, I have to say my hair did feel moisturized. It wasn't hard. It wasn't stiff or anything like that. So I don't think it does any damage. Supposedly, people have been using this since they've been out. I have one influencer that I follow that has, used this several times. She said she hasn't picked up any sort of damage to her hair. I thought my hair felt great when I washed it. The only thing that one particular woman said was, she said she would not use it every week, because she said she was watching another influencer who she said uses it constantly, and she felt like that might have been causing her curl pattern to change. So we'll see. You know, your curl pattern can change for a variety of reasons. So I don't know. But anyway, look for the pictures this week. Like I said, I turned the puff into a fro, and then I took some pictures with the head wrap. So I'm done with my pictures for the week. And Instagram is about to shut off. I've got 20 seconds. So thank you guys on Instagram for joining me tonight. Hopefully this will save the last 2 weeks that I was on Instagram Live. It shut off and it did not save the video. So hopefully I don't have a problem tonight. But thank you for joining. Hope to see you back next week. All right. Have a great night. On Facebook, anybody have any questions? No? All right. Well, you guys look for the pictures this week. I had fun. I love the head wrap, the way I styled it today. I'm going to definitely try that again. That's the style. I've seen other women style it like that, and I absolutely love it. So it was easy to do. So take a look out this week for the pictures. I usually post Tuesday, Thursday. I think I'm going to switch it to Tuesday, Friday. I seem to get a better response on Friday afternoon. So I might post something early. Check the stories. I've been putting a lot of the extra pictures that I'm taking. You put them in the stories. So keep an eye on the stories too, because maybe I'll put one up in the story tomorrow morning before I do my main post on Tuesday. All right. So if there are no other questions, it's 9:04. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. I hope that answered your questions. One of my cousins said she picked up the wax. I forgot to ask her what color she picked up, but she's got beautiful hair. She's got a haircut, short haircut. So I can't wait to see it. I hope it works well for her. But anyway, you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining on my personal page on Maintaining My Crown. Good to see everybody tonight. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below the video. Remember, like the video, share the video, spread the word. We're still trying to grow the audience and help as many ladies. That's my goal, is to help motivate and encourage as many ladies as I can. All right. No questions, no comments. I didn't see any comments tonight. I pray when I turn this off that I don't find a bunch of comments that just did not scroll. But I did attempt to scroll several times tonight. I just didn't no comments popped up. All right. So anyway, once again, good night, everybody. I look forward to seeing you guys back here next Sunday. All right. Thank you. Good night.